But it was a poor execution by me as a head football coach. It was poor execution by our entire staff. It's poor execution by our players. Poor execution by our entire football program today. First time I've seen all season us kind of play like that, and for whatever reason. But it was a disappointing game. It makes no sense to me. You've got to have a doggone competitive nature that wants to drive you, and then you fight and you fight and you fight and you fight and you fight, and if they beat you, great. But it just felt like we were just giving in. We were just giving in play after play after play after play. Just give in. Oh, well. Oh, well. And that's what happened. That's what happened. It's the last time we will play like that. That's the last time this football team will play like that.
Whoa.
It's an embarrassment. It is an embarrassment.
I thought you got this week's
No, it's the last time. That was the pop quiz I was gonna give you guys. Which game was this after?
Welcome back, everybody. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham.
Hey y'all. Sorry, threw me all off. Hey y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta.
Womp womp.
Yeah, so that was Coach Elliott's presser after the James Madison loss, which got a lot of hype and a lot of people were fired up about. I got the Appy State guys messaging me about that presser, and when I was still in my 24-hour downtime where I don't consume any Georgia State media at all. And I went back and I watched it again before tonight. I mean, that whole embarrassment segment about how this will never happen again. Yeah, heads up, Coach. It happened again.
No, it didn't. It got duplicated. We got worse.
It got worse. It actually got worse.
So yeah, I mean, kudos to him. Didn't no repeat, but
score-wise, it repeated exactly, right?
we can go two directions from here. We can either get worse or get better, and we chose the two paths diversion and a whatever, and we took the really easy lose worse path.
Look, I mean, it's the conspiracy theorist in me has to wonder if the players saw that and they were just like, you know what?
Watch us
I'll show you. I'll show you, Dad.
What happened? What is up with this football team? We had the best start in Georgia State's short time as a football program, best start ever. And we're all riding high. We're talking about college or the conference championship. We're talking about college game day coming to Atlanta. And then we sit down and we get our asses whooped 3 weeks in a row. I mean, what was
silence? That's all. We don't have an answer for you,
Maybe that Troy game was a marker. That's all I can say.
No, we weren't supposed to win the Troy game. That was a decent thing. But the Southern game, it felt like we laid down, and then the JMU game, I thought the first half we were all right, and then I was too drunk to watch the second half, but everybody says we were terrible. And then I left at halftime because the weather was crap and the team didn't show up, so I decided I didn't need to, and I went home at halftime on Saturday. So.
Some people were making excuses during the game on Saturday that Granger hasn't been the same since taking that hit at Lafayette, and that Coach Elliott got his bowl eligibility paycheck and he gave up, something like that.
That doesn't feel like Coach.
It doesn't feel like Coach, but man, I mean, especially when you saw that the energy he had coming out of that JMU loss, but man. Something's happened. And honestly, I don't really care for coaches, attitude towards the whole thing. Let's see if I have this slide up here. This is a quote from that Brady from the Thursday Night Guys posted from the presser after the Appy State game. 42-14 kind of says it all. App State came out strong and really were hitting on all cylinders. We didn't have what it took today. The game humbled us, but that football team there defeated us. Something about that just rubs me the wrong way. I don't like the way he talks about that. I mean,
there's a marked difference. I didn't. Did either of you guys see the press conference for this game?
I don't know if they've posted it.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually try to find them. I didn't see it yesterday, but maybe it's out there hidden somewhere. I don't want you to see it. I don't know. that
They
comment
weren't
he
posting-
makes.
All right. To be fair, they weren't posting the pressers after wins. Like they were taking 4 or 5 days to get them out there. So,
Yeah. No, totally fair. That's why I was asking because I was looking for it immediately, and that just goes to show that I never look for it immediately, and I accepted that because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, where's that press conference? And I was like, oh, we don't get it until game day for the next game, pretty much. So,
what were you saying, Tim?
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, just looking at our losses. I mean, yeah, we weren't supposed to beat Troy, but Southern's improved. James Madison obviously is good.
Trash Down South went on to do exactly what we needed them to do and lost their next 2 games. They lost to Texas State, go Bobcats. They lost to Marshall.
did you just say that?
He did say go Bobcats.
Cat Bros.
Oh man,
We're Cat Bros, right?
I never want to hear it again. I never want to. If I say you're a Texas State fan, I never want to hear you say you're not ever again.
But so they went out and did what they needed to do, and they lost the next 2 Sunbelt games. And what we needed to do was win ours, and we would retain control of the East. But no. We went out there and got embarrassed by Jimmy Madison, embarrassed by Appy State. Which, if you went, we walked around the club level concourse during halftime or during the second half of that game. It was all the old faces, the Appy State guys, the old people that used to work for us, and a lot of black polos with some yellow A's on their chest. It was
a lot of black polos and yellow A's coming out of suites.
Yes, exactly.
They like our sweets.
They
Apparently.
do enjoy our sweets.
Well, the weather we had, it was advantageous to get a suite. I found my way into a suite. Tim and I found our way into a suite.
Nice.
But man, I do not believe that Coach Elliott's on the tank or he's on a plant or whatever. But man, at some point, after losing all of these games to his alma mater, to the AD's alma mater, it gets frustrating. It makes it. This was supposed to be the season. And I say it every year, but this was supposed to be the one.
Well, look, so
next year, right?
Next year, up there. You're gonna go.
Georgia Southern happens, and you can be like, all right, rivalries. Like, we've still been really good. We had a down game, whatever. JMU rolls through town, and we can be like, dude, they're ranked. They have like the best defense in the FBS this year. They're mad good, right? I mean, we know they're good. They're getting a lot of credit for it, and rightly so. But then, App State comes in, and you guys are telling me that we're gonna win because
we're gonna win.
They're having a down year, and we're having an up year, and now this is our time. And I mean, that was one of the most embarrassing games I've watched in at least 5 years. I mean,
absolutely,
watched some embarrassing freaking games.
I mean, it might as well have been 42-0. Like those two touchdowns. Those two touchdowns absolutely do not count
Third,
at
fourth
all.
quarter, right?
Absolutely nothing. I'm sure that Appy probably had in the water boy at that point. The
string defense.
The towel guy in at that point. They controlled that game from beginning to end. We scored because they let us score.
We didn't have an offense or a defense. We just had nothing.
Then what was it? Two red zone turnovers.
One in the end zone. Yeah.
Well, the first time we were in the red zone, we turned it over on like the 4-yard line.
We intercept them. We get the ball. We take the ball down to the end zone, and then we throw a red zone interception.
Into triple coverage.
That they run back for like 40 yards or something because that's just what they do. Yeah, it was just an absolute embarrassment from top to bottom. And absolute, like he said about the JMU game, an absolute embarrassment from top to bottom. And
it doesn't sound like he said that for this game, though.
No, I don't know. Who knows? We didn't see it. But that first fumble too. It's like we fumbled it, and then we actually retrieved it, and then the very next play we fumbled it again, and lost it. It's like you can't just like. How often do we fumble two plays in a row? How often does any football team fumble 2 plays in a row? That's nuts.
It's the state way.
Yeah. So frustrating. We try to not be negative in this podcast, but after a game like that, it's I don't know.
We just got literally beat down. That's it.
Destroyed.
There was
obliterated. And now we're going to go head down. Was it the number 15 team in the nation down in the craptacular state of Louisiana?
Watch us win.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll watch that. Yeah.
We're looking ahead a week. That's all.
Dude, if we win this game, if we win against Louisiana State, I mean, like, what are we going to talk about next week? Like, oh, yay, we kept Coach Elliott's job for another season.
No, wait, I'll take an LSU win all day. Wait, I'm not here for this conversation.
Dude, when we're at Manny's on Saturday night, late night, high five and drinking PBR and eating tacos, whatever. If Ed comes, we'll have some champagne. Yeah, I'll be celebrating and jumping, hooting and hollering. But then we come in here on Tuesday night, I'll be like, what the hell, dude? Like, what are we supposed to do with this team?
Oh yeah.
It would defy reality, but at the same time, it would make sense. Just that's us.
I didn't see one of my teams beat a purple team this season. Come on.
I forgot we were going to Manny's though. I'm looking forward to that burger.
There you go, burgers.
Win or lose.
Why'd I say tacos? Burgers.
Win or lose, there's burgers.
Yeah, the Candy Andy, I believe, is what it's called that I get. It's delicious.
Candied bacon on it?
Yes, and caramelized onions and a bunch of cheese. It's so good.
I know it's 2 weeks away, but you're all looking forward to Old Dominion. I'm looking forward to something we can win. You don't want to play them?
Old Dominion beat Appy State. They've had an up and down season themselves, but hell, that was one that I was like permanent marker getting a tattoo on my chest of beating them this season. And now, hell, I can't predict anything about that game.
I mean,
now we would predict a loss, right?
I mean, 100%, we're losing to Old Dominion right now, based off what we've seen these past 3 games.
It could be their way into the into bowls, because if they beat Southern this weekend,
which we hope they do,
then our game will be their way to 6 wins.
Well, we do need more 6-6 teams so that we can keep Jimmy Madison out of a shot, because
we got it covered.
Jimmy Madison only gets a shot if we don't have enough 6-6 teams to play in bowl games. So if we can
believe I almost just said, well, I think they already got the waiver again, like second week in a row. That was a joke.
Oh yeah,
that'd be hilarious if the entire East is bowl eligible, but Jimmy Madison can't go.
That would be good. That would make me a little bit happy. Like I'd get a chuckle. I'd be like, that's nice. Stupid Jimmy Madison, who's now ranked in college basketball as well.
Man, I just do everything right with Southern's old head coach too. At that,
screw those guys.
Ugh.
Man, this is a rough week.
Are they that good? I mean, are they predicted to be that good where they're already ranked in college basketball?
They beat number 4 Michigan State for their first game of the season.
I know. But if they had lost to them, would they have any chance of going 2-1 being ranked? No.
Oh God, no.
I don't know.
Oh God, no.
There's no way.
The weird thing is, if you look at, like, I know that all those like little metrics, like the ESPN basketball power index, all that kind of crap is like all garbage.
Yeah.
Especially this early in the season. But if you look at the Sun Belt, there's like 0-2 teams in the Sun Belt that are ranked ahead of teams that have won games. Like, wow, how bad is your program that you're 1-1 and you're still ranked below an 0-2 team?
It might be more of an indictment on rankings.
Exactly my point. It's absolutely garbage. It's garbage. But
I mean, are they stacked or something? JMU basketball?
They won a game. They'll come down to reality. I mean, I say this all the time about them. They'll come down to reality as soon as they play somebody. They played number 4, whatever. Screw them.
Do you not root for them out of conference? I know you don't root for TDS, but I thought you were into the Sun Belt teams.
No,
should
God,
win.
I don't think he roots for. Yeah, he didn't root for no one.
No, I mean,
you changed. You changed your ways.
No, I changed the fact that I accept the fact that we're in the Sun Belt for the long haul. I just accepted that. I am by no means a Sun Belt fan.
I didn't say that either. So
well, I'm not going to root for any team out of conference.
No, but it's good for the conference when they win out of conference stuff. And TDS, I don't care if they drag us down a little bit. They already drag us down by simply existing.
So when we beat James Madison later this season, I'll be like, hey, we beat the team that beat the number 4 team. But right now, having not played them, screw them. I want them to lose every one of their games.
I want all of our people to win out of conference except for TDS. I'm fine not rooting for them.
Just them.
Seriously. I mean, like I said, their very existence drags us down. So, it is what it is.
Exactly. It does. That's why they're called Southern, because they just drag us down. Instead of called Eastern Coastal Georgia College and Agricultural Facility.
Shed.
We kind of moved on to basketball a little bit. I'm not done.
It's okay. It feels like a good segue.
I'm not done bitching.
You're
about
not done
it.
with, we're not done with how terrible Saturday was.
We can get back to that, and we can talk about this Saturday as well. But since we did get onto basketball a little bit, the curse has been broken. The one silver lining on the weekend, the Coach Hayes away game curse has been broken. We got that win against Western Michigan, like the 350th worst team in all of college basketball.
Ouch! Don't make it sound terrible.
We won by 7. They actually outscored us in the second half.
That's all right.
Okay,
I mean,
it
I
happens.
think we're like 5-6 point favorites, right? So you win by 7. You're good.
Yeah. I think we right there. We covered the spread. Like we were right. It was like 6.5, 7 points or something like that.
We made some people money in Vegas. We're good.
Yeah. Well, at least people in Vegas are happy.
Nobody put money on that game. I guess they probably did. Never mind.
Oh,
forget
dude,
I said anything. Gamblers have a problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there are so many
I know.
gambling addicts. There's
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I regretted it.
no, I've got friends of mine. I got friends of mine that talk about how much money Georgia State's made them because we don't win games. We cover spreads a lot.
Not lately though. We've not been doing that.
So
No.
this is a segue back into the football again. So
Yeah.
so we lost. We lost to Appy 28 points. Is that how you do math? 38 points.
So
I don't know, 48-14.
28 points. Yeah. Well, the Louisiana State is a 31-point favor.
so 60.
So is Louisiana State going to beat us by more? Like, if they don't beat us by more than 42-14, should Appy State be crowned the king of the SEC West?
Yes.
West?
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
West. Yeah.
It's just like what should we expect out of this game? 31-point dogs in this game after it's losing to Appy by 28 points. Am I doing that math right?
What should we
38
expect? A paycheck. That's about it.
And we're going to lose half our squad, which is going to be our excuse for losing to ODU the following week.
I think historically we don't come out of these games with a lot of injuries, which is fine and good. That's what we're supposed to. That's the goal, right? For most people, that's like the overarching goal, besides even winning. But they play down and we play up. So traditionally in these games, we are
play up.
much,
We play up.
We play up to
We traditionally do. Yeah.
to the big teams.
in
So
the
like
P5.
LSU.
Okay, yeah, Ryan, I am right now in that kind of defeatist attitude you had about playing Appy State going into this, but different logic. But man, I have the lowest of expectations on Saturday. The lowest of expectations.
I think we'll score twice.
Yeah, by field goals.
I just said score, man.
We'll
On
score
four
four times.
We'll score 2 field goals on 4 attempts.
We'll
Is that
get.
what's gonna
I'll
be?
say we'll get 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns
I think we'll get at least 2 touchdowns.
in the first half.
If we
First
maybe.
3 quarters. In the first 3 quarters. Well,
Yes.
we get 2
Yes.
touchdowns. So we're not.
Yeah. I'll do that. We'll earn 2 touchdowns.
I'll even throw in we'll take at least 1 field goal attempt. I'm not gonna say we're making it, but we're gonna take one.
Oh, we're gonna make more than 1 field goal attempt.
From 62 yards out.
Nah, but we'll definitely make some field goal attempts, and we'll probably get some points on that. But I think 2 touchdowns.
What's the weather in Baton Rouge supposed to be like this weekend?
I have no idea. It's Louisiana.
Mm.
So it's gonna suck. It's just gonna be horrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be swampy.
It's gonna be swampy. That's all I was gonna say.
It's gonna just smell like Saints fans everywhere.
Yeah, how close is Baton Rouge to New Orleans? I have no idea.
It's like an hour or 2 north ish.
Yeah. It's not too far.
That's
Oh, my
fine.
app.
What are you
Let's
doing?
see,
What are you looking at?
Are you looking
Saturday,
at how far it
actually,
is?
Saturday's not bad. Saturday is I mean, it's an 8:00 kick. It's sunny and a high of 71 in Baton Rouge.
I did when I was leaving
That's
the
some good
stadium.
tailgating. That's some
Yeah.
good tailgating weather right there. That's good.
Good gumbo.
When
I
I was
love it.
leaving the stadium at halftime, I got behind some guys that were App State fans over by Hot Dog Pete's, and they were like, "Oh, see, I told you the guys would play because this weather's like it is up on the mountain." It's like just because it was cold.
what-
as shit.
Oh.
What were they doing at halftime at Hot Dog Pete's? Why weren't they inside the stadium
Well,
watching?
they
the
were in
game?
Hot Dog Pete's because Hot Dog Pete's had a sign up that says we're closed for the season.
Wait, are we really at the beach or something?
Yeah, I don't know. They said we're closed for the season. Please enjoy our patio and Hero Donuts.
What season are they closed
I
for?
Dude, I don't know. It's weird. I have no idea.
Do people not want hot dogs in the winter?
It blew my mind enough to even say it here, right? So I don't have the answers.
I still
want
want to go. I still want to go back to why the App State fans were the Appy State fans were not inside the stadium and we're talking crap over.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Restaurant over at a closed restaurant. They were at a closed restaurant talking crap about a game.
They're walking. They're closed for the season because Read World is closed for the season. That's why.
They stopped the lazy river.
The lazy river's closed. Hot Dog Pete's has nothing to offer at Summer Hill.
That makes sense.
Without the lazy river.
You know, you guys aren't supposed to talk about the lazy river on this public podcast, all right? That's supposed to be a Summer Hill secret.
Can you imagine the amount of people now that are going to get on the lazy river?
You know, it was nice and relaxing. Now there's going to be crowds.
Keith Lee went out there and reviewed the lazy river at Summer Hill on his TikTok show and gave it rave reviews.
Well, that's probably actually what happened. Is Hot Dog Beats invited him and he didn't show up.
Have you been watching the Keith Lee stuff, the Atlanta Keith Lee stuff? Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's golden. It's absolutely golden.
I'm hit or miss with him. I think he's a little pious or something. I don't know. There's something about his attitude.
It's not even him anymore. It's all the videos the Atlanta people are making in response to it.
Oh, I haven't seen all that.
Oh man,
I have seen the like hide your whatever. Keith Lee's coming to town, and like all the restaurant owners are like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, exactly. What was about some? I think it's a wing place called Dirty Birds down in College Park or something. They're like everybody's kind of trying to get acting right. Like Keith Lee's come like, "Hello, sir. Welcome to our restaurant." Who talks like that? We talk like that. Keith Lee's in Atlanta.
We don't know how long.
Yeah, he's gone. He gone. Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, Keith Lee is a TikTok food reviewer who has hit like superstardom and like can make or break restaurants now just by his simple eye roll and dong of a video when he not dong of a video.
They're so low quality, but like everyone loves him. And he'll even be like, "This tastes good, but you know, I'm a what's he say? He's not a consistency guy. Texture guy. He's like, I'm a texture guy, and so like, you know, this might be for you, but it's not for me. And it's like, that's not even a review, dude.
I love it. He's like, oh, this is salty. This is very. I like salt. You may not like salt, but for me, I like salt.
And then a close up on his one eyeball.
Exactly. And he goes, dong.
Oh boy.
I subscribe to Keith Lee.
I didn't watch the review videos, but I knew it created a big uproar, right?
Yeah. The big one was the real Milk and Honey, not Milk and Honey, because there's two different restaurants. There's the real Milk and Honey, which he tried to go to, and they basically wouldn't serve him basically. And then there's another place called Milk and Honey, which has gotten like slammed by like 0-star reviews on Yelp because they got confused with the place that he wasn't able to get served by.
Well, the one that he couldn't get served by, he like tried to get served, but he sent somebody else in and they were closed. And then when he came in, they were like, "Oh no, we can seat you or whatever."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you're not going to give me special treatment. I'm leaving."
Right. He just wanted to go in there and be like, "Look what you missed out on."
Yeah. I was the danger.
But so I didn't realize that Atlanta had bad service until I watched the Keith Lee videos and everyone starts talking about it and they're describing service in Atlanta, and I'm like, yeah, I just thought, having grown up here, I just thought that's what restaurant service was like. I didn't realize
too. We don't have bad service.
I didn't realize we had bad service. No, but people in Atlanta are like, Keith Lee's exposing us. Like, you know, this is what Atlanta's like. People are just a bunch of jerks and a-holes and stuff.
The wrong restaurant.
I think it depends on the restaurants you're going to. I think the club restaurants probably have that layer of service that he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a good time wherever I go. I've rarely had a bad time at a restaurant that I've gone to. I have fun. I always have fun.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're being served, you're having fun.
You should try that Candy Andy from Manny's.
Speaking of fun, how about that tailgate this weekend?
When I showed up, you weren't there, David.
Yeah, I had to bounce a little bit. Tim, like the chili cook-off once again, raging success. Paula, congratulations, Paula, back-to-back year winners.
Yeah, but landslide this
Is she
time.
ever gonna lose? I don't think so.
It was a landslide last year too.
It was like 42-24 or something, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we could have 42-14. It's probably we could have figured out what inside was going to be.
Oh shit, Paula won. We're gonna lose.
Yeah, we just need if we could get Paula's score onto our scoreboard, we would do fine. Yeah, no, she killed it. It was the same thing last year. She the distance between first and second was like, double second place's score. Like, it was just ridiculous.
It was pretty crazy.
It was good chili. It was good chili. She had, maybe it was my favorite out of the one. I submitted an entry. Hers was my favorite. So
You've never done so poorly.
I'm not gonna give away her secret, but it was very close to last year's.
Oh, she said it was the same recipe as last year's.
It was close. She tweaked a few things, but she didn't change the mainstays. So as soon as I ate it, I was like, this tastes really familiar. I think it's hers.
And it was chili one. So it was like the first one you got. And a lot of times if you're
Hot
the first
spot.
But a lot of times if you're the first place or first
You're
taste,
forgotten.
yeah, you can, once you start, especially with chili, when you get in there and people start burning your mouth off and everything. Thankfully, the hot chili was the last one.
Whew,
but
that was hot.
you kind of forget about it. But man, like hers stayed with me, and I tried them all, including Justin's super duper scorpion hot chili. He actually got a lot of votes. I'm like, man, this is like.
Second place was what, Kathleen?
Is that who it was? Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't Kathleen. It was the corn one with the.
It was Tony or something like that.
It was Tony with like
Tony.
It had like corn. It was the one with the corn in it.
I don't remember which number it was. You handled all that kind of stuff.
No.
You were in charge. I had to bounce
Thanks,
for my
Tim.
daughters. Yeah, Tim did an awesome job. I had to bounce to go to my daughter's first
You went
theater
to
play.
see the masterful Aladdin. You don't have to say.
I saw
anything else.
Aladdin, man. I saw my kid performing Aladdin. She was excellent
Starred in Aladdin.
excellent as food vendor and beggar number 3. She did a great job. Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3. There's a lot of beggars in this.
Hey, she had 2 lines. She had a speaking line and a singing line. So,
Nice.
for her first time, I'll take it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I had to leave Tim in good hands with the Chili Cook-Off awards. I made it back in time to see us. I think when I left to come back, we were down 7-0. When I got there, it was 14-0. By the time I made it up into the club section, it was down 21-0. Like, maybe if I would have not had any intention of coming back, we would have done better. But the closer I got to the game, the worse we were doing.
We can't put this on anybody but the people on the field.
Coach Elliott.
Yeah, he was on the field.
It was
So-
so disappointing overall. I can't.
So, I mean, immediately, like, I think before even halftime, social media message boards were ablaze of time for a change. Like, Coach Elliott, either him or his staff need to have a massive a turnover. What do you guys think? Is this game? No, I'm not talking about feasibility, because we know there's like $1.5 million buyout and crap like that. But is it time? Is Coach Elliott going to get us past that 6-7 win mark, or should we move on?
Give him another year. That's where I'm at. One more.
What do you think, Ryan?
Oh, I thought I was gonna expound a little more.
No.
I'm a big proponent of the, he got us into a better place. I can full credit with that. But I was on board with Mark Richt leaving Georgia, because however many years of maxing out at wherever he maxed out, 10 wins, we're maxing out at 6-7 wins ish, right? I mean, it's like what we can expect every year. And that's not enough. And so I think it is probably time to start thinking about what the next steps might be. I don't know if what that means or not, but I would not fault somebody for making that decision. I don't know if I'd make that decision myself. But
so he's due up for an extension. His contract's over in 2020, in 2025, and typically
2 years
renew.
before.
You renew so that it recruits know that there's going to be some consistency on the coaching staff. Do you renew that contract after this season?
Well, if that's the case, then it might be time for a change.
yeah, no, I do not renew that contract.
Right
off the bat, I mean, like, maybe you'd be like, we're not going to renew it in a timely manner right now because, like, you're on thin ice.
I mean, I guess if you look at last year, we lost a lot of people in the transfer portal,
Yeah, we
right?
did.
We kind of restocked, I guess. I don't
Hey,
know. I don't even know what to
four-
take of this. What?
4 weeks ago, we were praising the restock from the portal about the guys we lost. Like, hey, we lost guys at P5, but we've brought in JUCO and FCS that have been playmakers and difference makers. And
We know what they can do on the field.
I'm not discounting the wins we got. I'm just saying maybe we caught the teams at the right time. I mean, Charlotte, they're not doing so hot so far, right? UConn, are they doing well? I don't think so.
no,
Like none of
No.
the teams we beat are doing well except for Coastal for whatever stupid reason.
Coastal's now, and then the driver's seat, I believe. I mean, I think FCS. I think Rhode Island actually ended up has been having a decent season. At least they were.
Also, Coastal becomes the champions. Then,
Oh, yeah.
like basically, we are the champions,
We
right?
beat the champions.
But the transitive
Basically,
property
we are
of
the champions.
transitive property of football. We're the East champs, right?
And didn't they lose to us and the trash?
No, they. Oh yeah, they
They
did. They lost,
lost
in
too.
back-to-back weeks because they came down to Statesboro and they lost, and then we went up to Conway
Yeah.
and beat them.
Now,
So,
see, where I root for Sunbelt teams out of conference, I don't pay any attention to any of them in conference unless they're playing us.
I don't like any of them except for the Bobcats. Go Bobcats.
We know.
Can I somehow give Coach Elliott one more year to see what he can do, and then let him go if it doesn't get any better?
I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. I think, according to what I've read online, this season, if he gets let go in this offseason, we owe him a $1.5 million. If we let him go next offseason, it drops down to $500,000. So I think that the way that
When is it zero?
when his contract's over in 2025, you just don't owe him anything because he's no longer under contract. I think that with a way that I'd be very surprised to see Cobb pull the trigger and let him go. I think there may be some pressure to revamp the assistant coaching staff. I don't know.
He did tell us to ignore cost of contract non-renewal cutting. So that can't be in your reasoning.
Oh well, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh well, no. Well, now I get to say whatever I want to say.
Oh,
So-
okay. All right. Yeah. You know what? I forgot the rules.
No rules for David.
Actually,
Go.
it's actually my
No,
bad.
So
I'm sorry.
So back to what I said before. I would be happy. I would be happy if Cobb pulled the trigger right now and said,
This isn't good.
this isn't good. We're going to go a different direction. We're going to find somebody that can get us over this up. Thank you, Coach Elliott, for everything you've done for us. You took us to the next step, just like Trent Miles took us to the next step. But then
I
kind
believe
of like
that too.
hit his ceiling as well. I like Coach Elliott. Every personal interaction I've ever had with him has been a positive one. But as a fan of this program, as a donor to this program, as somebody that commits the time that we commit to doing this kind of stuff and the tailgating and all that kind of horribly difficult things that require so much time out of us. I'm ready to see us do something different. And I was different before the season started. I was like, when people talked about Coach Elliott being on the hot seat, I was like, there's no way he's in the hot seat. There's no way. Because with the price of the contract being what it was, there was no way we were going to get rid of him. But now going 6-1, best start ever, and to blow 3 games in a row
in sensational fashion.
Exactly. I'm like, all right. So he has hit what appears to be his ceiling with this program, and I think it's time to find somebody that can take us to that next. Who that is, I have no idea.
Yeah, but I mean, what is happening with our offense? Is it Granger? Is it our OC? Is our scheme too easy to tell like what we're gonna do? It's not Coach Elliott, right?
I have no idea. Our offense was lighting up defenses for many games. I mean, I was like, if we can, score in the upper 30s, we can score in the lower 30s, no problem. Upper 30s, we're gonna win the damn game.
Yeah,
right.
And I mean, I was like, we can put up some points. We're gonna put up some points. And I reassured family members and people who didn't know about the program. I was like, don't worry, our offense can put up some points. And then we just don't. And I'm like, what's happening?
See, that's my problem as a Georgia State fan. As soon as I start getting a little excited and start trying to talk about the program to other people, and I try to get either former Georgia State, alums, or I guess not former, but Georgia State alums on board that don't come out there, or just start talking to my other fans of other programs, whatever, about how we're doing and what to expect this program. As soon as I start doing that, it collapses. We start playing like absolute garbage.
I just think we're seeing better defenses, and unfortunately, Granger is just not taking that next step forward.
We got figured out. They know what's going to happen.
It was a mirage for you, Ryan. He's like, look, Ryan, I took 8 steps forward for you, and these last 3 games he took 18 steps backwards.
I wanted it so bad. I was trying to will it into existence, and maybe I did.
We did 6 wins, 6
maybe
and
I did, and then I just let off the gas. And I'm sorry to everybody.
Were you manifesting it, Ryan?
I was putting those vibrations out into the world.
Oh,
you stopped. That's what happened. You're like, he's got this. I don't need to.
You know what? I don't think I stopped until Saturday.
Yeah, you left. You bounced. You're like, I'm
it
done
was
with
cold, and my kid was there, and it was like, come on, man. Like, I'm just gonna go home where it's warm. We lit a fire. You know.
I wish somebody would lit a fire under the football team's ass.
Yeah.
No, Tim and I, we sweeted up. But we also checked out, but we checked out by checking into a suite that had open alcohol, and we just had we had a good old time.
We applauded the marching band. We did.
Well, so that's my usual week.
So good.
So Lizzie did go to the president's suite without me. Just so we're all clear, my 7-year-old. She did go without me.
A chip off the old block.
She just walks right by them and walks in. They're like, it's a
she
kid.
goes wherever she wants, man.
It's a kid. There's her parents in there.
She came back with her lemonade. You know, that's where they have the best lemonade at that bar.
Was it?
I do want to.
Depends on what's in it.
When we first got there this week, I walked up, and the middle area is usually where they have beer. And they were totally closed. All the lights were off, and that neither place had beer along the top. And I walked up to the first concession stand there and said, "Is there no beer up here?" And he was like, "Nope, not this week." And I'm like, "What? This whole floor? There's no beer for sale? Like, what was that?"
In the club section.
Yeah. So I went and I sat down. I ended up coming back up there, and they had just brought beer up. For one of them, but it was just like some guy. Like when I bought it and I started to walk off, the guy was like, see, good thing I brought this up here. Like just some rando employee, and like it was his idea to just bring up like a bucket of beer.
The people up here don't
like
want
it wasn't gonna be there otherwise.
That's crazy.
Speaking of buckets of beer, I think that's what we need. We need the big, like, you know, I don't mean like the beer girls, like just somebody that like stands there with a big ice tub of beer and just I can walk up and get an ice cold can of beer. Why can't we have that? I like that.
I'm okay with it to be in that center area, and that's the only place you can get alcohol. Whatever, like that, I think it's kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't have to wait for somebody that wants to get like, you know, crappy pizza and cold nachos. If I
those places are empty. The beer always has line. Those places are
true story.
Nobody that stuff.
Close down that crap and keep
They
the
need
beer.
Well, we feed everybody for hours beforehand every game. Why they're not coming in here for snacks? They come in here for more beer. We all drink a lot.
Yeah, they need to know the fan base.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when there was no beer at first, I'm just like, what is this? It's the last home game. You guys had beer here every other game. What are we doing?
Oversight. That's
like,
all.
what is this?
It's just oversight.
I have to go downstairs? I have to walk like half a mile to get a beer? Yeah, half a mile.
You can just go home and get a beer and bring it back.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
That was another thing. I lit a fire and I opened a cheap ass PBR.
Attendance was pretty garbage.
It was shit weather.
The worst of the season.
And we'd been terrible.
By far.
So I decided that I don't care about attendance anymore.
I don't either. Yeah.
I just don't care.
I do.
Like anybody, well, I don't care about attendance as far as when it comes to opposing fan bases trying to ding us on attendance. I just, whatever.
We already know it sucks.
Yeah, I know.
And they all suck.
Yeah. I'm there. So that's all that matters to me. Would it be cooler if other people were there? Sure, but I don't want anybody to be there that doesn't want to be there. So
Well,
that's what,
that conversation just turns into such a race to the bottom because they're like, "Oh, your attendance sucks. No, your attendance sucks. No, guys, our attendance sucks. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
we're good. We got this.
it's not fine, but like that's the state of it. We can't like shit on each other because our attendance sucks, but like our attendance sucks, guys."
I think the upper half of the Sun Belt teams that have good attendance, they're trying to shame us somehow into having better attendance, which you would think by now they should know. Shaming people just hardens them more. So,
well, the thing is, the only
You getting
the
hard,
on-
Tim?
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I
The-
love
the-
shitty attendance.
The thing about like talking shit about attendance is the only people that hear you are the people that go to games.
Yeah.
Like, so you can bitch about it all the time about like, like, yeah, I know, I know, I was there, I saw the low attendance. You know, what do you mean to do?
Please go talk to our fans that aren't here.
Exactly. Like, it's the same crap when, like, you know, coaches complain about attendance or fan support or whatever. And I'm like, the only people that hear that are actual fans. And I'm like, you know, what's the point of it? What's like, if you want to complain about, if especially if a coach wants to complain about attendance, do not take that to the press. Do not take that to the fan base. Take that to the athletic director. That you know, that's their responsibility. Get them out, get them to do something, get development to actually bring people out there. But as far as opposing fan bases goes, F off. I don't give a shit what you have to say about me. I'm there.
I'm there. Yep, I'm doing my job.
Exactly.
And more.
Exactly. I'm doing everything. We're doing everything we possibly can to make the best fan experience out there. And I just really don't care if anybody else complains about how many people come. We could not handle a bigger tailgate. Our tailgate is we're about at limit. Nobody else come. We can't support anything else.
It can get overwhelming. We might need a couple more people to sign up and get some more tents. Make it bigger.
Exactly. Yeah, we need more sponsors and
We'll have to hire some interns to manage it, you know.
security.
So we can just we don't have to set it up and all that stuff. We just socialize.
Can you imagine if we had like 15 tents set up for our tailgate?
Might as well. What was it? There was only like 3 other tailgates set up on the bricks.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
Fireballers won.
to be
Yeah.
okay. They did. It was
Fantastic.
also cold and rainy in that the first tailgate you walked to. But I don't know. I think the weather made a dent in the attendance. I mean, it was gonna be
sure.
it was gonna be low. Let's not say anything about it. It was gonna be terrible, but it was beyond terrible this week.
I do think one of the difficult things about what attendance looks like at Center Park is, especially when the weather's
Spread
bad,
out.
everyone backs all the way up underneath the canopies to get out of the elements, and so it makes it look like at the field level that there's absolutely nobody there, and when they're actually, you know, there are still nobody there, but there are a few people that are up, just not the higher numbers, and that I guess technically it's considered the 200 level, the second bowl.
Well, and
John
I think
Weaver's club level, actually.
I thought the students actually showed up really well earlier on in the season when we were doing well, and then the JMU game they were not there, and then the App State game they were not there.
Yeah. Was there something going on?
It's the
that
game
JMU
time. They like nighttime games.
I have I don't know. I mean, the difference that I would expect for the JMU, there was the TDS loss, and then there was the fact that it wasn't a night game.
Yeah.
I have no idea though. That's the only like real differences I can figure out, but who knows?
Night games all next year at the end. Book it.
They pretty much all were this year. So we only had like, but I guess it'll end up being 4 games that were day games by then.
We also only wore blue once.
Again, we're blue. I mean, all blue, all in, right?
No,
No,
you're
not
wrong.
all. I'm wrong.
It would be
No, just
interesting.
blue
It
helmets
would be
sometimes.
interesting to talk
Once.
to some of the students to see if they did like the night games, and that is why they came out.
It's almost like if we had a athletics department that could go and poll students and see what they actually enjoyed and what works better for them. Granted, although they're students, we're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds. They're gonna be fickle. Either the game works into their schedule that week, or it doesn't work into their schedule that week, and so
That's a lot of people. People were showing up too. Something different. There's something changed, and definitely athletics or some kind of marketing department or a marketing intern God, anybody. Like we know who we know the students who showed up for all those games because they had to get their tickets through the app and all that stuff. Like, so like just ask those people, why did you come to this game and not the other games?
So
Which games
wait,
did you go to?
so-
Why didn't you continue going to the games? Like
Those poor students, as soon as they graduate, they're gonna be hit up so many times to donate to the Panther Athletic Club. Like, we saw you came to games before. Why
no
aren't you?
way, dude. It's gonna be like one time. Panther
Give us
Athletic Club
money.
didn't even ask me for money. I mean, come on.
So wait, what you're saying is we have the data and the means to communicate. We just have to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've got a list of like 100 people I'm supposed to reach out to for the pack.
Well, get on it. What are you waiting for?
I was talking to you guys.
If you're gonna and tell us, we will help you call your 100 people.
I'm just gonna get ChatGPT to write me a customized letter to
Script.
everybody. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, athletics has to do more. The university has to do more.
Something's got to happen.
They got to
Something's-
figure that out. It's on them though to figure out. No one's gonna come to our game because we tweet. Sorry,
Yeah, especially
or X. We X now.
X or yeah, whatever.
What is it called? Do you even?
I think they just post it. I think it's just a post.
because we post on X.
Hell, we have how many of our social media accounts are like shut down because, are shut down because we don't know the passwords to them because a former coach created it and then walked away with the password and credentials and we don't know how to get into it anymore.
Is that true of any of them?
Could you
That is-
not
that is a-
contact said coach?
That is a true statement.
Wait. Couldn't you contact said coach?
No one makes that coach respond to you.
That's
Why-
true.
Why is that coach gone? Did that coach leave on good terms? Did that coach leave on bad terms? I mean, not just coaches.
So
but
it's
like,
Ron Hunter is who you're talking
It
about.
sounds like you know something.
It's Ron Hunter.
I don't know any specifics.
I'm just kidding. There's a basketball Twitter. So I don't
No,
know, like,
all I
it's-
know is, I mean, if you want to have any idea, just go back and look at
Last
athletic.
time.
Go look at Athletics Twitter account, and they posted a few weeks ago about how 3 sports had their entire Twitter name not changed, new created Twitter accounts because we didn't have access to the old ones.
They just said that too.
Oh, they didn't say that. They just said, "Hey, look, check out our new things for tennis or track and field." I don't know which ones they were.
That sounds like
I-
mismanagement.
I don't remember. I'm just saying because it wasn't like women's basketball or men's basketball or something, but it was more of the Olympic sports,
Oh, okay.
the non-revenue sports and everything. But it's out there. Just-
Then I don't really care so much. Whatever.
I mean,
No,
I know.
think at
I know.
this point, a proper marketing would be we don't need 10 different Twitter accounts. We just need one cohesive Twitter account until it grows. And once it grows, you start breaking out your audiences. But that's
I know-
neither here nor there. I'm not a marketing guy,
I know for a fact that there's only one person that has access to the PAC Facebook page, and that person is no longer with athletics and is trying to give someone else access to it, but they don't know the password to the account. So.
I think I know who that is.
So anyhow, off that, let's.
I think
talk
they were
a-
at the game. I said hi.
Let's talk a little bit more about
Ooh.
basketballs. We did beat Western Michigan. We had the multi-team event, which is less multi than it was supposed to be. There's supposed to be 4 teams in it. Now there's only 3, and we have a 2:00 Friday game. How's that for scheduling? All three games being played in this multi-team event. Friday 2 p.m., Saturday 2 p.m., Sunday 2 p.m. There's not a single game that's like an evening
Any other
game,
time.
not an after hours game, not anything.
And that's at our stadium.
At the box. This
And
this
we
Friday.
play at 2 on Friday instead of
We
somebody
play-
else.
We play at 2 on Friday. Yeah, it's the only game on Friday. It's the
And
only,
the only game we're in.
no, we're in a game on Sunday as well.
Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And then they play Saturday, right?
Yeah, the other 2 teams. So we're playing Northern Illinois on Friday. And we're playing who is it?
Little Rock.
Little Rock. That's right. Little Rock on Sunday, and then again on Wednesday, or Tuesday, whatever it is.
And we get on
And
the
then
bus with
and
them.
then Northern Illinois and Little Rock play on Saturday. Like we don't get the prime time slot. We don't get the Saturday slot,
In our arena.
and it's 2:00 on a business day on Friday.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Are we
I'm pulling,
It's a nooner special.
I'm pulling my kid out of school a little early to go down there and watch the game. You want to
Are we
tailgate,
gonna
Ryan? I was going to pull out at 1. I can get down. The game's at 2. I
So
can
no.
I can pound a beer or 2 before before I go in the game. That's
Yeah, do we know
responsible.
anybody downstairs? Is that like the
That's responsible parenting. Oh yeah, I bet we know somebody that is not going to the game that has access to the.
There's probably plenty of people not going to the game.
yeah.
Danny, call me.
Shush, shush. But yeah, Danny, call me.
Yeah, so that's going on this weekend, and then like LSU in the middle of that whole thing.
Yeah,
So
great. Woo.
We have a Georgia State Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Manny's will be fun no matter what. So
Manny's will be a good time.
listen before Saturday right now. Plan on coming to Manny's for the game.
That back
We'll be
patio,
there.
back covered patio. It's
Yep,
not
covered.
No
not-
elements.
It is not heated, but it
Oh,
is
except for
covered.
that. They do have heaters though. They just don't work. Yeah. Is it gonna be cold? I don't even know.
I'll eat some of my leftover chili before I show up there, and I can heat the place up pretty well.
Wear a jacket and drink a lot of beer.
The bonus on mayonnaise is it actually has decent bar food.
I'm telling you, man, that burger. I know I've said it a couple times now. It's a good one.
Because I mean, you don't know what you're eating at Bada Bing's. None of us do.
The food wasn't that great. I mean,
I thought
I
the
had no
food was
problem
pretty
with it.
good at Bada
It was
Bing's.
fine. It was fine.
I love it.
Mayonnaise.
I drank a lot of Guinness there.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Thanks.
That's all
There
I
you
got
go.
for Bada Bing's. I know y'all love Bada Bing's. I thought it was. I didn't complain a lot because it was working.
It was a place
I wasn't that into it.
It was a place we called our own, and we
I
could
know.
do whatever we
Sometimes
wanted.
you
For most.
want to go.
I wasn't that into it. I thought the food was kind of crap, and
They might have been
like,
high and not known.
the service
our
wasn't
names.
great, but it was fine.
Oh, come on. Jordan was great service.
Oh, dude.
Is that the hot one?
Yes.
Is that the guy?
No.
No.
Okay, all right. The way you said yes, it felt like it was a joke.
And it
No,
had that,
they had Chris Angel's brother there.
Uh-huh.
uh,
Yeah.
I just know they had a big, gigantic teddy bear in the corner that one of our fans went and stroked. So
Stroked.
That's all I remember.
All right.
All
So
right,
you're not
we are-
telling anybody on Bada Bing's.
All right, we're heading into last call territory
We're
here.
already there.
Well, Bada Bing's is now like breakfast at Barney's or some crap like
Yeah,
that.
$1,000
$1,000
for
is
some,
$1,000.
gold flaked pancakes or something.
They
Yeah.
ruined a good thing.
That place is making so much more money than Bada Bing's was, it looks like, though. The place is packed.
No, and Yeah, you go by brunch time on Saturday and
crazy.
Sunday. That place is packed out.
Line out. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. All right. Anyhow, we can talk as much as we want to about Bada Bing's and Barney's in last call if we want to. We good? We good? We're
Yeah,
almost an hour in.
Let's go on. Let's move on to last call so we can use words.
We can really talk about this program, what we think about the coaching staff. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Wait, we didn't do like basketball breaking our curse.
We did.
I said that.
We
Oh,
broke the
shit.
curse.
I don't
We
listen
just,
to y'all.
we just moved the curse to football. That's all.
I don't listen to you. No, what are you talking about, man? Like football hasn't been cursed.
All right.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
No, but actually, no. No, aren't we undefeated on the road? We've not lost a road game in football.
We transferred it to home.
Yeah, yeah. We've not lost a road game in football this season. Is that right?
No, we lost to Trash Down South.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
That's a neutral site game, though, right?
No, I don't want to
No.
claim that's neutral.
No.
That's
No.
them. That's not neutral.
No, that's
not neutral.
theirs.
All
They
right,
can
yes.
have it.
It's toxic.
Oh no, no, okay. That was a quote I saw. We have not lost a game out of the state of Georgia. This
Yeah, I
season.
did see that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it is. So
Coastal
I mean, and it
Charlotte,
is our state. So
Louisiana. So if we haven't lost out of our state, then we're going to beat Louisiana because we already won in Louisiana. So that's a winning state.
Lafayette State going down.
Heard it here first.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. You'll get more of this nonsense on our last call. You can find it at patreon.com/last call. It comes out on Friday mornings or immediately if you are a Patreon member. Consider joining. I think we're the $3 memberships are gone. We're $5 and up a month. You get early access to last call. You get access to the live stream of the weekly episodes, discounts on merchandise, free alcohol at our tailgates, at least football tailgates, and whatever else we can possibly give you. So please consider subscribing. Check it out, patreon.com/State of Atlanta. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace.